Oh man, so today we talking about Natalie B Fitness. Now, Natalie B Fitness has been covered on my channel several times as she's been in the midst of controversy. A lot of times. Well, specifically two. Y'all may know this dude by the name of Joey Swole. What he does is chastise folks that are trying to expose people on the internet and the gym when they be filming and having some interactions with folks and painting them to be the villain while also invading their privacy by trying to embarrass them on social media. Let me remind y'all of who she is with a couple of clips, alright?
A man came over to me in the gym, tried to shove a mat underneath me, and everyone in the comments said he was just being nice. You should have taken the mat. No, because I didn't need the mat and I don't have to accept someone's niceness. And then people wonder why women just give their numbers or just don't say anything, because no matter what you do as a woman, you'll be torn down by strangers on the internet, whether you stand up for yourself or whether you just accept it.
She has been using that situation and things of that sort, similar to that, to go ahead and promote her idea of a women's only gym in the UK. I believe she's located the UK. She's been trying to go ahead and lead towards that. She had a GoFundMe and things of that sort. That all led to a whole new controversy where people were saying, where's the gym? And she popped out with a home, so people thought that she was using the funds that was supposed to be for the gym to buy her own home. We went over that. I'm not gonna show a clip for that because it was a long thing. I'll just go ahead and link that video. But like I said, she was in a position of launching her female only gym. Now, this is where Twitter logic goes wrong. All right, when Twitter logic meets real life starts to real life, and then all that stupid shit y'all be mumbling on social media for clicks and views and all that stuff like that, just for retweets and amen corners, the think pieces, all that stuff stop mattering when real life comes into the picture. So she originally said that this gym was going to include trans women. All right, here goes her speaking on it before.
Okay, so I just want to address this because when my tweet went viral on Twitter, I got so many questions and so many DMs asking if trans women are welcome at my women's only gym. And you guys are hearing it first. Of course, trans women are welcome at my women's only gym. I don't see trans women as trans women. I see trans women as women. And if you identify as a woman, then you're of course welcome. So I don't want to have this question anymore. 100%, any minority group, plus size women, women of color, Muslim women, of course you're welcome at my gym. My gym is going to be a community, it's going to be a collective, and it's just going to be a space for women by women. So 100,000% trans women are welcome at my gym.
Now, as I'm listening to this, I'm starting to become understanding of why trans women may be upset with her. Originally, when I was starting to cover the topic, I'm just like, oh, this shit funny. But now as I'm listening and I'm thinking, I'm like, you guys got to understand that as she's advertising and building up, notoriety for her idea, she's also receiving donations. So if you're a trans woman and you're hearing this, you're like, oh, okay, I'll be allowed there. Let me go ahead and donate to this cause for a space that will include someone like me. All right. So outside of me just looking at this shit like, oh, this is crazy, I thought about that, and it makes sense why some folks may be upset. All right. But she posted this recently. She had to take it down because she was getting killed figuratively, and people was also threatening to kill her. Why's this?
In 2021, 4 years ago, I made a tweet, and the tweet referenced my women's only gym, the Girls Spot, and being trans inclusive. Now, when I made that tweet in 2021, I had just announced my plans to open a women's only gym. I hadn't thought out the vision or the mission or what it would entail, but all I knew is that I wanted to open a gym. We are now 4 years later, and I have had a great deal of time to figure that out. The Girls Spot Gym exists as a safe space for women because women are facing gym harassment, sexual assault, and sexual violence inside of gyms. And I know that because I'm a victim of it. So the meaning of the Girls Spot Gym is now entirely different. And I say this to say that whilst we are a gym, inside we are focusing on self-defense classes, Muay Thai, boxing classes, as well as workshops and activations around PCOS and training on your menstrual cycle, all of which occur to biological women. Majority of the women who are seeking my women's only gym, the Girls Spot, are coming here because they have faced some level of gym intimidation or sexual violence and assault that has been perpetrated by men. So as the owner of the gym, it is very important to make it clear how my women's only gym will be operating, and it will be operating as a single sex space for biological women. Now, we do believe that everybody deserves a safe space, and there are many gyms that are starting to have mixed cubicles and changing rooms so that individuals can feel safer and more included in these environments. But the Girls Spot Gym as a standalone is a female-only gym because it is imperative that I stick to the vision and the mission and ensure that these women feel safe.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you right now, me myself personally, I understand and I agree with everything she's saying. I have no problem with what she's saying as far as her vision for her female-only gym. Have no problem with it. I don't care. Do what you want to do. Less people in the gym for me. I don't give a damn. But once again, as I think about like full picture, big picture situations and things of that sort, you know, if you were advertising or trying to promote the situation, also receive donations with this idea, people supporting that previous idea, then I understand why they may be upset with you. They donated money with the previous idea in mind. But at the same damn time, this the damn problem when y'all be out here trying to push this weird ass logic on the folks. I know people gonna be mad at me. They gonna be mad at me. But y'all been trying to go along to get along with some shit that don't make sense. I'm gonna just say it don't make sense. You try to make sense of some shit that don't make sense, but then the rubber actually hits the road, and now you got to pull it on back and say, hold on. I don't know, that may have been too much. I feel like in 2025, we are coming back to our senses in a lot of things. We learned that we went too damn far. We went too far. So I'm glad that some things are being rolled back. We saying, oh, maybe that was a bit too much. And I have no issue with her saying that was a bit too much, especially if she funds this shit herself. I do know that previously one of her biggest donations was from her brand deal with Gymshark. So if that's one of her biggest donations, then, you know, she pretty much can do anything she wants with the money. But like I did say, I understand why some people may be upset. But let me show y'all how upset they are. So this person right here puts some OMG. This gets worse and worse. There are 16,000 reposts. I just scanned a tiny sample, and the replies to this woman are not to be believed. You've never seen such posts. Here's a thread, and they wonder why she wants a safe space for women only. This one right here says, where do you live? I've loved to exercise my gun to your head. Anyone that disapproves of my existence can swallow lead. I don't discriminate. Wow. Wow. They don't disapprove of your existence. They just think you should be in other spaces. That's okay. This is just all I could think of when I saw this shit. I don't want an apology. I want you to kill yourself. Wow. Go outside and kill yourself, okay? I'm not arguing with you transphobic ninjas anymore. I'm just gonna tell you to suck my slab and block you. Smack F off. I hope a trans person hits you with their car. Wow, very violent. Okay. Have you considered eating batteries? You should. Okay. Kept staring at that monkey. What was she saying? Whoa, okay. You think that a black woman who is commonly known to experience transphobia because of the masculinization of black women would have some empathy on trans folks, but no, they just want to be bigots. That's crazy. See, that's what happened. Y'all want to combine y'allself with this fuckery. Y'all want to combine y'all struggle with these folks. So now that's the energy that y'all getting. Y'all better chill. Y'all better chill out with all that stuff y'all be doing on Twitter. Trans women are not a threat. This is foul. Oh, they aren't? I could show you several individuals who seem to be threats to me. But it just made me laugh because I'm like, these same people was probably laughing when Doechii said that straight men are a red flag. They probably was laughing their ass off. They was probably like hee, ha 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 ha, in the way that other trans people laugh. But yeah, they probably was rolling by the situation. But now when someone simply says they don't want you in their gym for just existing, not being able to see who you are as an individual, this is when you guys can understand the logic where it comes that, okay, I cannot put a negative connotation or a negative perspective of how someone may be, like whether they may be dangerous, an anxious person, a horrible partner, be narcissistic or whatever, just because they identify as blase. I can't throw this blanket over this entire demographic's existence just because. You guys understand that in this instance, but in vice versa, when someone talks shit about a straight man, y'all can't understand straight men saying, damn, why you saying fuck me for it? And I'm just here. That's why I don't give a damn. I just look at the situation like, interesting. Okay, people are supporting the lady. In response to this saying trans women are also biological women. This is so unnecessarily cruel to a marginalized group of women who already face extremely high levels of harassment, sexual assault, and violence. I mean, in theory, like, just before I read this, in theory, like, bro, I mean, in actuality though, y'all gotta realize, like, it's supposed to be a female-only gym, and they're trying to avoid harassment. But the thing is, like, something you guys cannot ignore is that some members of the trans community may not be members of the trans community. They may not be dressing like a woman in good faith. Some men use being trans as a disguise to go ahead and invade female spaces and be weird. We've seen that pop up with some dude in like some little spa or steam room or something like that around children and exposing himself and shit like that. Like, it's been situations where some men have taken advantage of the access that they receive to these women only spaces, and they go in there and they be weird. So this gym right here is specifically made to go ahead and protect women from situations like that, then I'm sorry, you guys will be included, and that's included in the possible threats. So if men could be possible threats of harassment, then sorry, because of the past, because of situations like that I just explained, possible trans women can be threats for harassment too. I ain't did shit, I ain't do nothing to nobody, but okay, I don't want me there, I ain't gonna go. They don't want you there either. Figure some shit out. I'm old enough to remember when their powerful allies claimed none of these men were saying they are actually biological women, because that day was yesterday. They're insane. They've always been insane. Society's only option is to reject their demand that we reorder ourselves around their delusions. Interesting. Okay, so I discovered while in the middle of my edit that Natalie B Fitness has addressed all of the outrage towards her decision. This is what she got to say right here, and I'll come back to wrap the video up now.
I just wanted to come on here and address everything that is circulating on the internet right now. And it's very heavy, it is a lot, and I think a lot has also somewhat been misconstrued. And for anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about, essentially I posted a video and I said that my women's only gym, the Girl Spot, will be operating as a single sex space. So it'll be female only. So at this current time, it won't be trans inclusive. And I want to preface and say that this decision was not made lightly. It took me 4 years to make this decision, and I spent a great deal of time speaking to trans women. I spoke to charities, I spoke to Muslim women, I spoke to so many different communities about this topic. And what really saddens me is that so many people are saying that I'm transphobic. I thoroughly researched. I seeked legal advice. I spoke to communities. I spoke to trans women themselves, which I found very important to do so, to see how to navigate all of this, because I am not trans. So obviously the decision to make it was not based on excluding any individuals. It wasn't based on malice, nothing of the sort. The decision was based on a simple fact that I have been sexually assaulted inside of a gym. That is why I stand here as a women's only gym owner. I was sexually assaulted inside of a gym, which means a lot of trauma and a lot of emotion and well-being is behind this project. This is not just a gym. Like, so many of the women that are coming to my women's only gym is because they have also been sexually assaulted or sexually harassed or faced gym intimidation inside mixed gyms and faced that by men. So it's very important to know that this was not an easy decision. I didn't just wake up. I didn't just say, oh, no trans women allowed. Like, I've really thought this through. And like, when I made that tweet in 2021 about being trans inclusive, I had just started this project. I was 21 years old, or 20 years old actually at the time. And what the Girl Spot meant then is not what the Girl Spot means now. And that is why I said in my video that I'm labelling it as a single sex space and it will be female only, because I want to do so many classes around self-defense so that women can defend themselves against men, so that like boxing and Muay Thai is so incredibly important at the Girl Spot. And I want to do classes on like PCOS and like hormone imbalances and training on our menstrual cycle. So it is very much female orientated, you know? And I so strongly believe that everybody deserves a safe space. Like, if you are a true, authentic follower of mine, you know that I am not transphobic. You know how much I stand for safe spaces for everyone. It's so incredibly important to me, and that's why this really has gotten to me, because this is not how I ever anticipated this to go. Of course, I know that people would be hurt and feel a way about it, but like, I care so much about safe spaces, and I believe trans women deserve and need their own safe spaces, you know? Like, it's a really kind of difficult space to navigate. And like, I am one single independent gym owner. My gym is tiny, you know? I'm nowhere near the size of like LA Fitness or David Lloyd's if you're in the UK. Like, I'm one very small gym. And I know a lot of people said, why don't you have trans only hours or a trans space inside of the gym? Like, the gym is tiny. It's a very boutique gym, and like, I'm very limited, you know, and I don't have the capital and all of that. So whilst I understand the anger around backtracking in terms of what I said in 2021, like, I do feel bad about that, but the reason why it is female only is so incredibly important. You know, like, I want so many girls and women to feel so safe. Like, this is very much coming from a trauma and assault perspective. Like I said, like, I don't know if I would be standing here today if I wasn't sexually assaulted inside of a gym. Like, that was my driving force. And like, I feel like so many people have looked over it, which really upsets me also, because like, that was such a huge thing, you know, like, any woman that experiences sexual assault in any degree is awful. And I'm getting so much hate and so much comments and everything. And I feel like nobody's really understanding that I've been a victim of insane, like, harassment, intimidation, assault, and it's been awful. And I just say all this to say, like, this was not a light decision. This was not me plucking this out of thin air or wanting to exclude trans women. I've spoken to so many. I even spoke to charities, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to clear it up and offer clarity on why I am doing this. And the real true meaning behind the girl sport and everything that will be going on inside. I know to many people, everyone thinks it's just a gym that will have, a treadmill or two and women can just come down. No, like, there are workshops, activations, events, classes that are so specific to feeling more equipped. I'm partnering with women in safety charities that sell certain things like panic alarms, rape alarms, because I care so much about women's safety. So yeah, I just wanted to put this out there and like clear it up of sort, or just really dive into why I am doing this and why I've taken this stance. And like I said, everyone deserves a safe space. Trans women deserve a safe space, but it's just a really obviously tough realm to navigate as one single independent person.
Bruh, they told her to possibly do trans only hours. Do y'all know in America, transgenders only account for 1.6% of the population? Only 1.6% of the population. Put that in perspective. I don't know the numbers in the UK, but put that in perspective based on what they're asking her to do. Them Twitter topics, reach real life. This is what happens, man. This is what happens. But hey, though, man, let me know what y'all got to say in the comment section below. I'm going to get up out of here, though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.